Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor, and this is the reading for July 24th through the 30th. This is for the collective. Um, okay. I wish I had a more interesting background, but I don't. You know what? It's comfortable. The light is not terrible. And I have to move forward. I have a new computer finally. Grateful for that. Okay. So that's the message, actually. The message is it's like I could sit here and complain and tell you what's going on. That's really not really not really going my way. I could, give you a whole list. I could give you a whole list. And then, maybe you'd watch it and you go, oh, right. But the more I accentuate that, the more I multiply that. So I'm not going there. So I think it's important also for all of us. I mean, look, this is a practice. You don't get it perfect, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, let me concentrate on what's going right. Let me concentrate on what is working. I have a computer, it's working. I don't have to plug in the microphone. I don't have to wear those things, which I really don't like. Um, I saw a hummingbird this morning. I see a lot of hummingbirds. Some of them are really small. So like this one was like this big. And out on the terrace, which is right adjacent to my room, there are these, I don't know what the flowers are called. It's almost like, I don't know, they're long and skinny, and then they have, like, it's a very long, skinny stem, very long. And then on the end, it's like these little purple, but it's very small. It's almost like beads in a way, right? Flower to flower to flower to so fast. And like did his thing or her thing and just, but I see them really often here. It's really nice. It's really nice. And there are a lot of finch here too. So the finch, I used to have a lot of finch in New York, and the finch sing a beautiful song. And there are sparrows. I don't think I've ever been a place that there haven't been sparrows. All right. Yeah. So concentrate on what is good and what is working, and the other stuff is sort of like pay it no mind, until it just dissolves. I know it's like, well, you're living in some sort of fantasy. I think, well, I could live in a fantasy that's like a really cute fantasy, right? It's like you're watching a movie. Do you want to watch a movie that's pleasant and lovely, or do you want to watch a movie that, is a horror movie? I know a lot of people like horror movies. I don't. All right. So it's really about, what am I concentrating on? Because whatever I concentrate on will grow. And I'm going to change some stuff up on the channel. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. I have ideas, and I don't want to say it until I do it. Going to a new place in your head. You already started. Yep. Look at this. So, I have a lot of meanings to this card. I'm going to turn the light. I think it'll be a little bit better. Hang on. Did that didn't do a thing? Now, if I open the door, that is better. I hope that you don't hear the background noise. I'm going to watch the video and make sure. All right. So this is six. Six is perseverance, right? But they're going from somewhere that's turbulent into somewhere that's calm. They're going from a place that like doesn't work anymore. And I feel like it's our heads. That's what it feels like. Because swords are always thought, messages. It's in the air, ideas. And, they're basically refugees, right? So it's like they don't really know where they're going, but what they do know is that they've got to get out of the place they've been, right? Because it's no longer fertile. The volcano went off. I always say the volcano went off. The volcano went off. It's like, what am I hanging on to here? Right. And then we have the Queen of Swords, who basically has the same energy. So the Queen of Swords traditionally is a widow or a divorcee. So it's like she's had her, she had her moment that wasn't so cute, right? And it's like, okay, that was a really bad moment. Things did not work out, but I've got to put my head on straight and move forward. I have a plan toward what I'm going to accomplish. I'm moving forward. And then we have the lovely lady in the garden, who is, this is abundance, this is gain, this is wealth, this is entrepreneurship, this is standing on one's own 2 feet, this is listening to one's intuition. It's not only that, she's basically a falconer. So, a falconer, it's incredible that we connect, that we, it's incredible that we domesticate animals, obviously, but like a wild bird, it's really, you get the bird and, the bird goes and like gets the rabbit for you, or whatever. So it's not only is she directing her thoughts, but she's, utilizing them in a productive way. I never really explained the card like that before, but that's what it is. That's her, that's what she's attained. I think it might be a little loud. I'm gonna watch a video after. Okay. That's what she's attained. If I put this on, you won't hear a thing. I know I hate these things. I have a microphone, but it doesn't seem to work on this computer. I don't know, like I can hear it. Whatever, I'm gonna go on with the reading. Yeah, because there's a story that's complete and you're starting a new story. So I think it's really about leaving that negative stuff behind, and that I can't do it, it's not going to work, all that. It's time to leave that behind. It is for me, that I can tell you. Yeah, and dream or bigger dream. Dream or bigger dream. A lot of people say, oh, it's illusion, delusion, but I'm Mr. Optimistic. And this is confidence in one's dreams, confidence in one's visions, confidence in how you feel. Right? This is how I feel about it. And this is what I can feel the abundance. I can feel the love. I can feel the success, right? I can feel it. And so I'm going to reach out and grab it in a really clear manner. I've cut out the past. So my new, well, my evolved understanding of the Ace of Swords is, the swords, because they're metallic, they reflect light. So I feel like when the Ace of Swords comes up, it's not only this brand new idea, but the old stuff is cut out. It's just done. It's like slash. There's a slash energy to this. So the way I describe it is like watching a magic show, and poof, the assistant is gone and the tiger shows up. And, poof. It's as if she was never there, kind of weirdness. So it's like, okay, and that sort of relates in a way to this one. It's like, okay, this is I used to really worry about blah, blah, blah. And it's like, poof, it's no longer there. I'm moving into a new direction. I'm moving into a new direction. Fine. Yeah, because I've seen, this is really interesting. This is a 9 also, attainment. But for me, that's the truth that can't be unseen. So it's almost like I've seen how my own thoughts have been stopping me. I've seen how I've been in my own way. I've seen how my internal anxiety leads towards sleeplessness and restlessness and the inability to move forward, right? Being in my own way. And, my negative thoughts sort of, just leading me down to the same, unproductive field, let's say. Interesting that we have two nines. Interesting, because nines are attainment. Okay, and I'm going to build. So to me, the way I do him, I do him. Well, the pages are all about this new energy. I'm drinking my coffee, iced coffee, by the way. I like this place, and they have free coffee. It's like this fancy coffee maker, but coffee isn't very good. It's not strong enough. And next door, there's a coffee place, so I always get it at night and then put it in the refrigerator, and I drink my iced coffee, my second. Um, Pages are about newness, about beginning, about inkling of ideas. And for me, that page, he's standing in the desert, right? But he's got this fertile rod standing in the desert. He's got a great hat. Love his hat. I would like to wear hats that shape, but they're too kind of dressy. You know what I mean? Like with just like the t-shirt. It's like, this goes either way. Anyway, another topic. I he builds an oasis in the desert is what he does. It's like a place that hasn't been. It's almost like a new place in your head that you haven't paid attention to, that's been barren, and you go in there and you plant a new idea. It's almost like a place in your mind that you haven't really, has always been there, but you haven't acknowledged, you haven't utilized, you haven't. That's what I always feel like about that, right? It's like, I never thought I can do that, but if I try something, let me see what happens. It's a little bit like that. I always get that with them. Yeah, and use your intuition. Choices, la la la. Oh, it's the crossroads. I don't read negatively. I really don't. So to me, it's like she's blindfolded. It's like sometimes you can't rely on your eyes. You have to rely on your gut, on your feeling, on what you're hearing, right? To move forward. Oh, let me show you the cards because I'm actually able to. Da 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 da. Um, okay. I think for the next ones, I'm going to test whether I can use the microphone. See, the thing is, when I have the microphone, like if I have a guest, I can speak into the microphone and I know it's recording, but I can't hear anything. But I don't need to hear anything for these. All right, I'm going to throw a few more. Having a clear plan and moving forward. Nothing getting in the way. The chaos in your head, like, okay. The other thing about that one, it could be exchange of ideas. So sometimes, you're working on things and you're moving forward with something new and you want to plant a new garden in a new place because you've decided to give up the negative thinking, you decided to like leave all that craziness behind because you don't really have a choice because it's infertile land, right? And then, as you're working on that, these new ideas maybe come from the outside because this is a change in passion. So it might be, well, I invested all this time and all this energy in a certain experience or in a certain job search or in a certain relationship, etc. And now it's like, you know what, that doesn't really serve me, or I don't really want to do that anymore, or I feel like I can expand or do something new or go after my dreams. And as you begin doing that, there might be like help from the outside, even though it might come in a weird form. Maybe you'll hear something at a party or you'll see something on the internet or you'll have a conversation with someone or you'll overhear, a piece of a conversation. That happens to me a lot. You're walking down the street, you overhear a piece of a conversation. It's like you heard exactly what you needed to. It's kind of weird. That will, help you change your ideas in your mind. It's almost like these little bursts of yes from the universe or something. I never explained it like that. Yeah, and anything that you feel like you're tied to is not the thing, because this has an energy of you know this is the false path. And it's really about being attached to something that's not healthy. So sometimes, that could be the card of, of toxicity, of like say alcoholism, of greed, it could be a lot of really weird things. But I really believe that, most times it's like, or a lot of times, I should say, that it's this notion of I have to be this, I have to do that. I think it's like this old time in a way, tied energy to what everyone expects of me, what I expect of myself. Oh, I'm this age, or I'm this whatever. I have to do this. I have no choice. That's the thing about him, about the devil. It's like it's this illusion that you have no choice. It's this illusion that you can't start on a new road, that you don't have the power or the experience or the luck. It's like, oh no, stay here. Oh no, it's this subtle, is a subtleness in a way to the devil, believe it or not. It's a subtle energy of you dare not step out of the line, right? This is your place, and this will always be your place. It's like that. It's like that, right? So, I mean, let's say you grew up in a family and there's a family business and it's gone on for 7 or 8 generations or whatever it is. And it's like, oh, you can't, we're farmers or we're doctors or we're whatever we are, jewelers. And you dare not, do anything other than that. You can't do anything other. Oh, us. That's the energy. That's the energy. It's like you owe us. That's really deadly, right? Yeah. All right. But I think that's what you're breaking out of. And I think it's the devil inside your own head saying, I can't I can't play music. I can't work for myself. I can't uh, move to a different place. I can't, because it's just not. And I feel like break free. There's a real internal, there's this really internal, I know it doesn't seem like it this week, but it does to me. There's this real internal, I want to say, fight or chaos that it's almost like, the story of Jacob and the angel. I can't believe it's so weird because it's like I was such a little queen when I was in yeshiva, right? I didn't go to heavy duty yeshiva. I went to like Orthodox Jewish yeshiva, right? And I was a little queen then, and and I knew it, and everybody else knew it. If their heads were on, it's like, oh, I don't want to see that, so it doesn't exist. Um, and you learn all these stories, and it's so funny. It's like I use all those stories to bring up about things in the different cards. It's so weird. But anyway, there's that story of Jacob and the angel, right? And that's when he becomes Israel, right? And it's really himself he's fighting. It's really his own ego and his own, this is the way I understand it, right? It's this, it's before he's going to see uh Esau, right? Who he stole this stuff from, right? He stole the other guy's birthright. And he's nervous. He's really nervous because he knows he owes him something. But I think Jacob and Esau are really one. I think Jacob and Esau are really, I think a lot of twin myths are really about the different aspects of ourselves, right? Our good side, our bad side, our side that says we can do it, our side that says we can't do it. I really believe that a lot of the twin myths are really about that. Or that's the understanding, that's the parable. And it's like sometimes we have to fight ourselves. We have to fight this negative part of ourselves. We have to fight this part of ourselves that says you can't do it. It's not going to work. It's like if I, allow that to win, and if I keep on giving into it, then I'm in the dark. Then I'm in a false path, right? Look, sometimes you might have to fight that devil inside yourself 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 times. It's like, but you got to keep on showing up to that fight. You got to keep on showing up to that fight until eventually it's like it's a knockout. It's just like that's the way it is. It does. It's like, well, oh, I changed my mind and I changed my thought. Now everything is perfect and lovely. Believe me, it's a process. I'm working on this stuff for years and years and years, and I'm getting better and better at it. And I have more confidence and I have more experience in dealing with it. And that way, my moments of bliss last longer. So I'm going to end on the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles to me is a new beginning, right? It's a new beginning. It's a new financial opportunity. It's illuminated because I always see the pentacles as little mini suns. So it's illuminated by spirit, right? And it's also illuminated in one's head. It's like this bright idea, like a light bulb. And the other thing is, this is out of the whole deck, out of the entire deck, 78 cards. This is the path that's the clearest. It's clear, straight, obstacle-free path. It's like it's laid out in front of you. So I really believe that this is about conquering our own devils, our own individual devils in ourselves. That's why this came up. That's why this came up. And it's like not buying the illusion, right? I get him, who's great. I get both of them. So it's really like a matter of thought, matter of how I see and understand. The other thing, there's swords and this one and this one. So there's a real mental thing going on. Swords also, it's not only thought and messages. Swords have, excuse me, swords have this energy of intuitive, have this energy of a flash, have this energy of, oh, now I see what's going on. So keep that in mind. And I have 2 9s. So, yeah, I have 2 9s above and but I have 2 aces, right? Beginnings, and 2 9s, attainment. So overall, it should be a very interesting week, a very interior type of week. To conquer one's own demons. Very interesting. Blessings. See you soon. Oh, please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell, notifications. Please become a member. Blessings, blessings, blessings.